What was the dumbest thing you ever did to try and impress a girl or guy? I was in New Zealand. Was going to a beach party with some girls from the hostel I was staying at. To get to the party, you needed to take a $2 ferry across this inlet which was about 1 kilometer wide. I decided to swim it, to impress the ladies. About halfway through I realized that I'm slowly being swept out to sea and I'm losing strength. I'm not sure how, but eventually I made it to the other shore, about 100 meters away from the pier. The ferry had docked about 2 to 3 minutes before me, and I just nonchalantly walked over to meet the girls, as if I hadn't swum against a current to near exhaustion and was swept out to sea. Good side, it worked and I ended up hooking up with one of the ladies. Bad side, the $2 was for a round trip, and I still had to pay $2 to get back once the party was over. This is incredible, incredibly stupid, but incredibly funny too. I tried to do a backflip. I've never actually done a backflip before, not even on a trampoline. I actually would up just jumping backwards and hitting my head hella hard on the ground. And then I woke up and threw up a bunch. If she ever had a thing for me, which all my friends said she did, it was gone that day. Edit. For everyone worried, I did wind up going to a doctor. He said I was an idiot but that it was a minor concussion and not to worry unless more symptoms started happening, which they didn't. That is as bold as it is short-sighted. Good effort, mate. Imagine if you nailed it and was like, that's the first time I ever tried that. Proceeds to try and jump a moving car. Greater than I woke up and threw up a bunch. Bro, you got knocked out cold and had more than a slight concussion. Edit. Just pictured this girl running over to the op and asking, did it hurt? And his eyes light up and lips form a grin. When I fell from heaven. Quote, no. When you whacked your fucking head, dude. You good? Christ. My mom just fell backwards and hit her head on a braided rug and died 9 days later. Subdural hematoma. Damn, straight up was lucky. Edit. I should have stated this in the beginning. I didn't think that many PPL would comment on it. It has been 26 years since she passed. I was abroad in Dominican Republic. They had a dance competition on a stage. Anyone could enter and it had around 200 people watching. I was about 9 to 10ish and spotted a cute girl who must have been around 14 to 15. So obviously I decided the best way to get her attention was to get up on stage and dance my heart out. Cute 3 minutes of awkward shuffling, while maintaining constant eye contact with that girl, and horrified, queasy looks from my parents. The coordinator cut me off early by pretending the speaker stopped working. I got a pity clap. This hurt me. Edit. This is now my highest voted comment ever and that also hurts me. When I was a teen I took taekwondo classes and there were 2 beautiful girls around my age. They liked to go and have a smoke behind the mole before class and I wanted to be cool and impress them, so I took up smoking too. It was about 2 weeks and when one girl came to class early so I went and had a smoke with her. Then the next girl came in and wanted to have a smoke. So I went and had another one with her. When we came back we started doing our warm-up laps and I felt very queasy. I had to throw up, so ran outside, right next to the Dairy Queen. I threw up all over the glass wall where the cashiers and several people eating looked on in horror. Poor DQ employees. They see enough shit. This is my favorite one. Did you ever smoke again? I never smoked again. On a 4th of July date after going out to dinner, I took her out on the lake in a canoe to watch the fireworks. It was awesome. Young macho me, of course, turned down her offer of help with a large canoe and I manhandled that thing like it was nothing. Put her in it while it was on the grass and continued manhandling it to show off just how strong I was. The next morning I had to call in to work sick because my back muscles were so strained I couldn't get out of bed. My back was sore for over a week. Edit. Did it work? Don't kiss and tell is a good rule to live by. It allows respect for those you date and yourself. You want to bend at the waist and lift with a jerking, twisting motion. Getting up from the bleachers to play PvE dodgeball. I tried to pull my sweatpants off while yelling, "Let's do this." Quote, ended up yanking off everything. Boxers and all. Bold. I lied and said I had experience in journalism, because I didn't think we'd have anything except a brief encounter, when I'd actually only taken one class in college. Our first date he took me with to report on a local clash between police and citizens, and I got tear-gassed and robbed. This takes the cake. And the wallet. Tried to backflip from a 5 meters diving board. There was no flipping involved. Just me falling on my back into a pool from 5 meters high. Shit didn't feel good. Don't know which one was more bruised, my back or my ego. As a platform diver, I think you actually have to try harder to not flip than flip. Kudos. When I said there was no flipping involved, just me falling on my back, I mean that I let myself fall. No impulse at all. I thought that I would bring my knees back and that would do the flipping. But I froze as soon as my feet left the platform. Ran into a busy road and picked up a hedgehog. Wasn't run over, but my hand stung for a week. I'm imagining a scene in which your love interest glides silently past you as the popular kid at school arrives and puts their hand around their shoulder. They walk away laughing about some hilarious joke they share whilst you stand silently holding a hedgehog with stinging hands. It then starts to rain. Did a backflip from a tree about 5 feet up. Landed it, but the ground was slippery, and I used my hands to catch me falling backwards, and broke my wrist. 10th grade me. You were a fucking moron. I mean, landing it at all is still pretty badass though. Tried to race her scooter down the steepest hill around. Crashed into the back of a funeral hearse and shattered the back window. There was a body inside and the family was outside waiting to either go to the cemetery or take the coffin inside. I got up, covered in blood and glass, grabbed my scooter and hobbled away to the nearest alleyway. Asterisk oh no asterisk. Greater than asterisk oh no asterisk asterisk oh yeah asterisk. This poor family on one of their worst days of their lives. All standing around waiting to ceremoniously say goodbye to a loved one has the shock of their lives when some wannabe Tony Hawk comes and literally crashes the event. I'm fucking dying, man, this is hilarious, ha ha ha. Hope you didn't get hurt. Started smoking. Wanted to look cool and have an excuse to talk to her. It worked, but we only dated for a couple of months. Biggest mistake of my life. Edit. As this is my most upvoted comment, I would just like to say since turning 28 on Saturday, I haven't touched a cigarette since. Wish me luck X. Now you just gotta find another girl to quit smoking for. Is that an offer? Winking face. Ha ha ha. Well, my hair is long enough that you could probably pretend I'm a girl, but the beard might throw you off. You're welcome to quit smoking for me. Regardless. Haha, that just reminded me I need to get glasses. Last year, me and the ex were at a bar and I left her to get the round in whilst I went to the bathroom, monsieur. Upon returning, I see her getting served at the bar and I squeeze through the sea of people to reach her. I get behind her, grab her ass and rest my chin on your shoulder. Except it wasn't her. This long-haired dude with a gnarly beard turns round instead whilst my girlfriend was stood next to him looking at me in horror. The guy was pretty cool about it and actually sat and had a beer with us. So for that kind internet stranger, I will attempt to give up the habit for you. Edit. Word. I made sure I was the one to return her jacket when she forgot it at school. When I gave it back to her the next morning, she blamed me for stealing it. We didn't end up together. Wow, this blew up. Thanks for my first platinum, monsieur. For the people that were wondering, I did not steal the jacket. Trust me, if she immediately assumed you stole it after you were the one who brought it to her, then you definitely dodged a bullet there. Edit. She probably wasn't into you. Up. The guy that first was seeing went on a vacation with his family for 2 weeks, and I had the key to his place to feed his cat. While he was gone, I painted his bathroom monsieur. He thought it was weird, but seemed mostly okay with it. But it worked. He married me in October. But why? Edit. Thanks for the first time, Silverkind Stranger. Also, how is this my most upvoted comment? Nothing attracts the opposite sex as a mild serial killer vibe, duh. In elementary school, when I walked by this girl I liked, I would pretend to chew gum and crack my knuckles cause I thought I look cool. Jesus. I bet this kid could carry so many folding chairs at once. Epitome of badass. Not really dumb, but kinda funny to look back on now. I wasn't good at sports, but I was fairly quick. So I joined the track team to impress a girl. Turns out the girl wasn't impressed by runners. But I did end up going to state in the 100 meters dash and placing second. Edit. I also ended up getting a scholarship for track, so it was sort of a win, I guess. I just realized my entire school choice career path has been a result of trying to impress a girl. Edit 2. For those asking, my best time in the 100 meters was 10.81. Did you also place second in the competition for her heart? I didn't even make it to finals. Sad face. Learned how to rap crack a bottle by a mine monsieur. When I showed him he only knew the clean version and I knew the actual dirty version. How was this delivered? Did you just go up to him and start rapping at him, or did you wait for an opportunity? I can't imagine what this kind of opportunity looks like. When he came and picked me up, he played it BC. It's his favorite song. That's how I was able to show hi monsieur. I don't think he even told me or looked impressed, lol. Kept telling me I was saying the wrong lyrics when it was supposed to be the clean version. Why would someone buy the clean version of an Eminem song? Do they price them at 75% off to make up for the edits? In middle school my parents wouldn't let me buy the Slim Shady LP. So imagine my excitement when a kid at school was selling burnt copies. Imagine my confusion when I put it on and it's the clean version. When I was 15, I dropped a heavy book on my head. It was this old dictionary. A single volume that was easily 8 inches thick and probably weighed 15 pounds. I laid down on the floor, held it over my head with my arms fully extended, and dropped it the foot and a half right onto my forehead. I guess I thought it would show how tough I was. I was not tough. It sorta worked because I dated her until freshman year of college. But that was likely in spite of my actions and not because of the monsieur. Lol, how would this impress anyone? Edit. Goddamn. I didn't think this was gonna get so many upvotes. I think this might be my most upvoted comment. Edit number 2. Holy shit guys. Calm down with the upvotes. I've gotten 1,500 upvotes in the last 2 or so hours. Edit number 3. This goes to you motherfuckers hating on my awards speech edits. We've broke 3K upvotes. Take up smoking in high school. Didn't get the guy and it took 15 years for me to quit smoking. Haven't been a smoker for almost 7 years now. Quitting smoking was one of the hardest things I have done. I feel this is my soul. I started smoking to impress this girl and 10 years later I still smoke. Hands down one of the dumbest thing I've done to impress anyone. I tried to jump through a swing. The plan was to go headfirst through, do a somersault on the other side, and look super cool. I smoked my face on the wooden seat. I've posted this before but still funny to me. Dating a gymnast in high school. We go to a park and I see parallel bars that are designed for stretching, but I'm convinced I can do a handstand on them because I'm awesome. She keeps insisting they are too far apart but I don't listen. Attempt said handstand. They were indeed too far apart, so I collapsed down, jamming my chest past my hands and tear all the ligaments holding my chest muscles to my breastbone. Good times were not had later or for a long while after. The funniest part is that this was her area of expertise and you still decided you knew better. My chest muscles just cringed in sympathy. My first serious girlfriend is home alone and I think this might be the day I get off of second base. I'm all of 13, hormone-addled, and obviously confident this girl is the love of my life. It's midsummer and I know I can bike the 3-ish miles pretty quickly. I tell my parents I'm going to see my friend right around the block. They warn me that a thunderstorm is rolling in, and I tell them it takes no time to get there. 10 minutes later I'm only halfway there. Terrified, crying, pedaling as hard as I can to go downhill against the wind. My all-metal framed BMX knockoff Huffy doing its best to not get hit with lightning and fuse me to its shiny silver exterior forever. 30+ minutes after that, I pull into her garage and thank God that all the rain has hid the fact I've been ugly sobbing the entire way. Her parents then pull in as I'm literally hunched over trying to catch my breath. I tell them this was the only house I knew on the street, and it would have been life-threatening to bike the rest of the way home in this storm, monsieur. They smile, probably knowing it was a lie, and treated me to a nice dinner. It ends with a very awkward drive home with her father, my bike in the back of his truck. Edit. Thanks for the platinum, stranger. I'm so happy this random event in my life made so many people smile. Edit 2. The distance has to be wrong. The wind was incredibly strong and made me travel at the pace of a fast walk. But that still doesn't feel right considering it took me 40+ minutes. When I was a senior in high school, I was giving this girl a ride home in a bad storm, monsieur. I told her everything was okay, but my windshield wipers didn't work. Then we heard an emergency broadcast on the radio that a tornado had touched down not a mile away from us. I stopped under a bridge and let her cry while I put on my brave face. I was so scared. That was the second time I had gone through a tornado situation. Edit. We literally couldn't see anything at all through my windows because the rain was coming down so hard. My car started moving because of the wind. It was the scariest experience of my life. Edit 2. Yes, we hooked up. Lots. This dad just driving you home like this poor little dumbass. He tried so hard. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.